Good morning. I'm Pastor Don Wolf, pastor here at Cornerstone Worship Center in Vestaburg, Michigan. And once again, we're bringing you Walking with the Lord. People who are tuned in with their set, with their computer,
Yes.
with their phone. Because we don't know how many are watching at that time. But for a small church in a small town in the middle of Michigan, I believe we have some amazing numbers. And Sunday morning, we're averaging this year, 151 people watching us. Every comment, which meant so much to me. And I don't remember the exact words. I don't carry my computer with me. I mean, my phone with me because it rains all the time. But basically what we're saying is thank you for the encouragement you have each morning. And Monday, we're going to have a missionary here who works in Indonesia.
Yes.
And he's got a ministry that is so unique. And I spoke to him this morning to make sure.
Services are less attended than your Sunday morning services. And your midweek services are even less attended than the others. But yet, to have those two services be within 20 points of each other, if you look at it that way, it's amazing.
Yeah. And I just completed the numbers for Wednesday, and might as well tear this up. We had to blow it out. We were averaging 116 on Wednesday watching the service. But
And we know in Africa, with Brother Benson and Brother Felix, even Dr. Murphy out of Saginaw, who had 1,300 students watching a service.
We comfortably state through our three services, we have had the eyeballs watching this of 20,000 plus.
Easy, yes.
Easy.
Yes.
And we don't see that, other than a comment here and there that we get. But we're not doing it for our glory.
Correct.
We're doing it for His glory.
We're planting seeds and
Yes.
letting God do the rest.
Right.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
We're spreading the word like we're told.
I love working with Him.
Yeah.
Mainly because He knows more than I do. And I can just, I go there as a sponge, and I just slop up everything that He puts out there and carry it. We select either situation, or we go to a verse, or we go to a study of the Bible, and it's kind of a panel education. We've had as few as 3 on it, and we've had as many as 5. And through that, we not only read and study what the Word says, but we try to explain how it's affected our lives, or how we hope it spreads our lives. So we make it on a personal note. So it's a little bit different way of teaching. And I know for my wife, she's actually.
If I could just, snap my fingers and be there. Well, that's what this does.
Yeah, you're right.
But you don't have to face on face.
Yeah. And of course, I don't think you have.
Right.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Bible study in the way we're presenting it?
I enjoy it. I really do. I learn a lot. I think there's something to be said with sitting around a table with a bunch of other pastors that have way more experience than I do. But I think what I would like to see is more interaction from those that are watching.
Yes, amen.
I would like to see people challenge us and question, why do you think that? Or this is how I think, and maybe challenge us a little bit to maybe look at things that
This might be interesting. Send us a note on it, and it's something we could do.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yep.
But everything takes time,
Mm-hmm.
and everything takes a few coins. But if this would be something you might be interested in, let us know. And, we know 5 or 6 people are studying with us.
Yeah.
And, that would be, I mean, we know how he's watching. So far this year, it's averaged 170 people.
We put on Facebook, many of them are live on Facebook like we are right now, but everything goes on YouTube afterwards.
Yes.
So you can comment on YouTube, you can comment on Facebook, and if you're not available at 3 o'clock on Friday when I publish or release the Bible study, that's okay, watch it afterwards.
Right.
You know, you and I are always.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't need it anyway.
No.
We're not, anyway, he just said that it had not been introduced to his programming. I think that's the way it was. And when we got on his programming, then that just
Drove us a little further.
yeah. Saw how relaxed you could be with this type of thing. So we started this and we did it for a half hour. And it's just bloomed into something beautiful, I think. Not because of us, but our plan was to take other ministries, put them on the air so other people know what ministries are available. And not only in Michigan, I don't know if we've taped anywhere else.
No, we've done several different places in Michigan. We've
Yeah,
traveled
yes.
throughout Michigan.
Yeah.
Taping.
And we might, Central Michigan, we will pack up our gear and we will come to you, has to be a Friday, we'll come up to you and record it and put it on the air, because us to use a talent that we didn't know we had. And I'm gonna let them talk in just a minute, but I have always been shy. No one believes it, but I've always been shy. And when I started preaching, of course, a lot of that shyness has gone away. Or some people say, you know, I've known for probably about 40 years. And, but he wasn't married to his wife, that wife. And so when we went up there, I got to meet, we need to open that up and see if we can't get up there. Or her come down here.
Oh, yeah.
I just got a note from her. Did you see it yesterday? They, some friends of theirs is starting a church
Oh,
in
yeah.
Clare.
Yeah.
And they have a study room where they hold classes, different type classes. And they're gonna let them use that for their church services until they get started. And it'd be kind of interesting to get up there and not only speak to them.
Blake,
Oh, yes.
Pastor Blake. You guys have both been here for years together. And the first time that we had him on, we learned some amazing things about him and how, even though we are in different religions, if you will, the underlying belief is still the same.
Yes.
The goal is still the same. And I don't think people often realize that, yep, we're a Pentecostal church, but that doesn't mean you have to be Pentecostal to come and talk to us.
That's right.
Because Christianity is so much more than a religion name.
Yes.
Or the rules of that religion.
Yeah.
And I think we've learned through this program that they're under a different set of beliefs. But they've used that same phrase as building the kingdom.
Yes.
And that's amazing. And I think that's what stands out to me is the variety of people that we've had. I mean, we've